Here, we are ready. Well, ready is a strong word.
I'll be right back with coffee, Peter.
I don't have much of a voice today, and I've got a radio show to do. That just kind of, well, it's going to sound like Barry White on the air. Hey, baby. Good afternoon. This is the pre-show and the lots of jocularity that John and I have, and we're going to be getting into a lot of stuff today. I'm slugging down some hot tea because I sound like this. It's kind of a radio voice. What do you think? You know, it's I could certainly sound like Bill Clinton. I did not send emails to that woman. Not a single one. I want you to listen to me very clearly. So we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to have a guest joining us, talk about this event that Morning Point is doing here in a couple of weeks here in Nashville with Kim Campbell, Glenn Campbell's wife, who has worked with them a lot. They have a fairly significant network of memory loss and stuff dedicated for senior care and so forth. And we're going to talk with one of their representatives. And we've got some listener mail. We've got a lot of things we're going to just delve into today and have a lot of fun. So I hope you'll join us. The show is easy to follow. We had a great time last week with Lisa Gibbons. That was a fun show with Lisa Gibbons, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic. Gosh, she
was wonderful. And you can go out and hear that at caregiverswithhope.com. It's on the blog post there. You can go out and take a listen. And then I've got all kinds of stuff I put out there. The audiobook is about finished. I haven't finished recording-wise, but it turns out that I had the levels wrong.
Gotcha.
On some of the chapters, not all of them. And so Amazon said, "Hey, you got to fix this."
So it was passed off to the magical editing abilities,
wizardry of John Butler, and John is working on that
at a pace.
Yeah, but it's not complex.
No, it's not.
It just requires a specific set of skills, but it's not.
Thank you.
It's not brutally hard to do.
No, it's managing levels and making sure that I make people sound good, Peter.
Well, today you're going to have to work hard at it. Because I sound awful.
Oh, I don't know about all that. I think you can work it into some.
I mean, it is kind of a radio voice, I guess.
Get you some Luther.
But I didn't want a radio voice. There's plenty of people that have
Wolfman
that.
Jack.
We are live. But, I'm going to muddle through it the best I can, but there's nothing I do about it. Our weather here in Tennessee is just bipolar.
It is nuts.
I mean, we had 3 inches of snow yesterday morning.
We did, and it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous right now. Mother Nature says, you can't have all 4 seasons within a week, and Tennessee says, hold my beer. Good night, folks.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
They never do.
So lots to go over, and I look forward to the show. If you want to follow along the show, it's 1510 WLAC. We are very close to getting it so that we're streaming the show live every time.
Wonderful.
I've just got to order some hardware and figure out how to set it all up and hook it into the board. And I've got the stuff.
I'll put a bracket on the wall right about there.
And we'll be doing that. But you can call in 800-688-9522. And if you happen to catch this after the show is done, feel free to go out to caregiverswithhope.com and just look at past shows. You can look at my podcast. I put it all out there. There's so much out there. There's an audio library that you can get access to. So there's a lot of ways that you can dial in with this. So I hope you will.
And get the value from this show that is just, I'm really blessed to be doing this with you.
Well, thank you. It's a fun show.
And, well, it's changed me as a person, and that's no small feat.
And I'd like to say that I have wisdom, but let me qualify that. Wisdom comes from a lot of failure. You recognize a cul-de-sac and you don't want to go down it anymore.
Because you've been down that cul-de-sac,
And
you know?
so when people tell me I'm wise, I don't look at that as some kind of affirmation to me. Congratulations on screwing up so much that you finally figured it out. That's what they're saying to me. And, you know, and I found out, though, that wisdom is so needed today. People need to know where the danger points are. That's why I wrote my new book, 7 Caregiver Landmines, and how you can avoid them. People need to know where those danger points are.
And those big cul-de-sacs that
And
you
they
can point
are.
them at?
And they're dangerous. They are really harmful to people.
Well, I was telling you, I had this experience yesterday. I encountered a family caregiver who was pretty new to this. And, you know, I'm pointing out, I'm like, hey, have you seen your doctor? Because she was an older woman caring for her grandson, actually. And, you know, say, hey, are you going to see your doctor? Are you,
First landmine.
Yep.
We don't take care of our own health.
Exactly. That's the first one. Dude, that's the first thing I said was, hey, how are you doing? And as she was doing good on speaking in first person singular still. You know?
That's good. That's good.
And it was I made sure when she came in, she also had her son, his father, and his wife were there as well, and it looked like the isolation was not super bad or anything like that. And that was
Superbad was, by the way, that was a very good movie.
We don't talk about that one on the air, though. Super bad.
Super bad.
Yeah, and this show really gave me the tools to talk to her.
Vocabulary and tools,
Absolutely.
and the impetus. I mean, it's not enough to have the tools; it's to have the desire to use them.
For years, I pronounced it impetus, and then I was corrected. I was so embarrassed.
Well, you know, I have mangled so many words over my years.
It's South Carolina.
You know, I remember one time I was saying to some guys, he noticed I was growing a beard, and I said, "Well, I've taken a Nazarene vow," and he said, "That's Nazarite." And I said, "I've never learned to conjugate that word." And he looked at me like I was the biggest idiot in the world. And I didn't care.
It's like,
Nazarene, Nazarite, conjugate it. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, listen, we got to go do a show. So I hope that you will tune in 1510 WLAC and also follow along at the website caregiverswithhope.com. There's so much to do, so much. What is it? There's so little to do, so much time to do it in.
Strike that.
Reverse it.
Reverse it.
Yeah.
I was wearing a bow tie yesterday. Very Willy Wonka.
Very well. All right. We'll see you on the radio.